Back in the 70s, deep inside this parking garage near the U.S. Capitol, it was the stuff of political legend. An informant, codenamed Deep Throat, spilled secrets to a reporter right there, and an impeachment process was born.
I shall resign the presidency effective at noon tomorrow.
Richard Nixon, who'd covered up a politically motivated burglary, resigned before he could be kicked out of office. Years later, Bill Clinton lied about an affair with a White House intern. He was impeached, but kept his job. And now Donald Trump, who say Democrats broke his oath of office this summer, abusing the power of the presidency for his own political gain. It all played out in that now infamous phone call between Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Says Trump,
I had a perfect conversation with the president of Ukraine. Perfect.
But some of the officials listening in said they were stunned by it. Their concerns in the White House spread to the so-called whistleblower, who in turn told authorities. Here's the context. Ukraine, a key U.S. ally and in a war with Russia, needed help. So Congress approved nearly $400 million of military aid. But in mid-July, Trump froze that aid. A week later, the phone call, with a White House summary of it suggesting Trump hints U.S. aid is possible, but he wants a favor, though. An investigation into a Ukrainian energy company, one with Trump rival Joe Biden's son on its board of directors. In testimony behind closed doors, Trump insiders have said, as they understood it, he wanted dirt on a political rival with U.S. aid as leverage. Constitutional law professor Susan Lowe Block has studied impeachment for more than 20 years.
There seems to be, I think, little doubt that if he said to Ukraine, you can only have this money that Congress has allocated, you can only have it if you do something that will help me personally in my next election, then that's an abuse. Even if it's not a crime, it's abuse of the office.
And it's impeachable. It's that simple. Trump insists he merely wanted Ukraine to root out corruption broadly. But there's no evidence of any wrongdoing by the Bidens.
You have abuse of power.
Political scientist and author Tom Nichols, a former Republican, underlines Trump and those who stand with him have hurt this country.
I think it's a really difficult time for Americans, because it's not just a time for choosing about politics. It's a time for choosing about morality and character.
Now a deep dive into all of it, right here for all to see, with the Trump presidency itself in the balance. Paul Hunter, CBC News, Washington.